Hey, this is A. Pete Reviews here again today. This time we're going to be looking at a Polaroid Zip Instant Mobile Printer. And the very first thing you want to do when you get it out of the box and get it charging is get this app. I just want to get that, out there right away because it takes a couple hours to completely charge the printer, and there's a fair amount of things to this app that you want to be able to just know your way around for when you finally have a charged printer and you want to get right to printing something. So when I first got this printer, started using it, I was a little disappointed, I have to say that, because I was expecting essentially a little photo lab right in your pocket. And that's not what this is for. You're only going to be getting 2 by 3 inch pictures. And, they're not going to be top quality prints like you would get from a photo lab. But then, again, that's not what this is for. This is meant to be more of a fun item, as something used to easily share things. Kind of like when smartphones came, the early ones came with cameras. It's not going to be the same as any point and shoot camera that makes good quality pictures that you can then get printed. A smartphone was meant to just be able to take a quick picture whenever and then be able to share it with people, and that's what this is for. This new form of paper that it uses, just like the early Polaroid printers, or cameras rather, had the paper you'd put in there and you could immediately have a picture. This is the same thing, except there's no development time. This all the ink is built right into this paper, so once it uses a laser to activate specific parts of the paper, you get your image. So you want to make sure to take that paper and put the blue card down, because that has a barcode on it that you'll want to have come out first, and that can tell it what kind of paper is in there. Again, you want to get this charging ahead of time, because if you got it all ready, you're about ready to go, and oh no, it's not turning on, it does have to charge, and you're really going to be disappointed trying to get right out of the gate. So it does come with a charging cord, a micro USB, but it doesn't come with a power brick, so you're either going to need to charge this off a computer or have your own USB charger. And it took me 2 or 3 hours, I think, to have a full charge. And then after that, you just hold the power button, and then it's ready to be paired. You just go into your Bluetooth settings and get it all set up. So you can see now I'm just demonstrating using it. I'm going to be taking a picture here, and once you have paired this, then you can use the NFC functions, if your phone supports that, to just tap against the printer and the app will automatically come up. So what you can do is just take a picture and then tap. You don't have to go find the app for the printer. So I'm just going to demonstrate that now. Finding the exact place once you want to tap it, it'll take a couple tries, but you just hold the power button here and you'll see a little light come on, and then it's hard for me because I have a slightly tacky back, but slide it along and then your app opens. So you've already taken a picture, so you head into your gallery here to select the picture you want. And this app I found is a little slower than I'd prefer. It doesn't quite keep up with you, but then, I have a couple-year-old phone. This is a Nexus 4. And the picture I'd just taken wasn't showing up immediately. I looked up and down, and there it is. So this is just a picture of the printer itself. Tap on that, wait for it to load that. And you can see that I took this picture in landscape mode, but it shows up in the app as, well, I guess landscape, but doesn't quite fit. So you can use the app functions to rotate it, and then zooming and moving around is very easy. And something important I found, you can see here I'm turning up the brightness and messing with the contrast, is every time you print a picture, it's never quite as bright as you expect it to be and as bright as you see it on your device. So make sure you just bump up those a little more, about to where any more would make the picture look bad, and then when it actually prints physically, you'll get something that you're happy with. So I'm just messing around with the settings here. I think it's good, and then at the bottom you can see the print button, and then it asks you, okay, how many copies do you want? If you want one, as I did, you just hit print and it'll send it. And again, it takes a minute. It seems like the second time I tried this, it sent pretty fast, but it's right now sending the image over to the printer. And you're ready, and it comes out. Oh wait, it doesn't. Yeah, you're going to be waiting, I think, about 30 seconds for a print. That might seem like a long time, but again, this is something that's battery powered. You can carry in your pocket with you anywhere, and you don't have to worry about being tied to a computer. So that 30 seconds really isn't a big deal once you get to try that. You can see it popping out here. Once you have the expectations right that this is something for fun, you can hand to a kid and say, here, print out your picture you just took, and then they can take that picture, peel off the back, and stick it to anything. You can use it for scrapbooking, or just I saw there's a name tag function in the app, so you can make name tags on the fly. The only complaint I have, really, once you change your expectations, are that I feel like the images are a little grainier. I feel like they could do a little better with that. But maybe future products will improve that. So the convenience factor just can't be beat. If you want to be able to take your pictures around and give them to people, this is something I think you should try.